Good morning, everyone. It's Coach Reem, and welcome to week 2 of the off-season strength training program. Today we'll do the second series on TRX. So it's the same exercises as last week, but what we'll do to make it more challenging today is just take up each of the reps from 8 reps to 10 on the sets. So like last week, we'll start with warm-up. And then I'll take my time going through the first set, and then we'll run through the second 2 sets a little more quickly. So go ahead and find your straps, and you want them to be at the mid length on here, or if you're hanging from a door, they're up a little higher. But either way, they're about a foot. Like when they're hanging down, they're going to be about a foot from the floor. So grab your straps. And we're going to start with the golf swing. So slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the waist. And right here, it's just small. So you're not leaning over like this. You really want to make sure you're engaging your core. So pull navel to spine. And then with the handles, notice I'm not grabbing them, I'm pushing down. And that right there starts activating through my arms. It gets my core more involved. And so if I hold here, I'm leading with my hands. So you want to lead everything with your core. My feet are about hip width apart, and looking down right here, we're going to just alternate sides, looking down. Good morning, Cameron. With the warm-up, we're going to stay with sets of 8 here. So we'll go to 10 once we get to the main set. So you've got 1 more each side. And here we go. Okay, next series now, looking up at your hand. So extending out the swing. And we've got 2 more each side, so we'll count down. That's 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come back, reset. Take a look down, make sure toes are facing forward, flat back, pushing down, and then this time we're gonna go push up and over. And you can really open up by pivoting into it, toeing off. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, going on, just opening up through your pecs. So I want you to stand nice and tall, head neutral, pushing down on the straps, and push out and back. And for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Okay, coming into some leg warm up. So let's start here. My hands are about 90-degree bent. I'm pulling down on the straps, using the straps now just for a little balance. So you're not like grabbing or holding on to them, you're just using them to help you balance a little bit. You can definitely do these without the straps. And of course, if you're not on the straps today, you can touch your countertop as balance if you want. And we're just going to start with your feet flexed. My weight is on my left foot, and I'm going to come up and just raise my knee up. Bring it up as high as you can, activating your hip flexors on your right side. Seven, and for 8. Okay, switching sides. Get your weight set on the right side, find your balance. Bring it up for 8 on the left side. Keeping your foot flexed. For 7, and for 8. Okay, going to the standing hamstring curls now. And the key on this one again is keep your quads even. You don't want that knee in front. You want to make sure they're nice and even and pull back. If anything, the knee on the moving leg can be back behind you, but you want to keep your body straight. So if you are like this and you tip forward, that's not doing what you want it to do. So keep everything straight and just gently pull back. 2 more on this side, and 1. Okay, other side. And last one here. Okay, going to side leg raises. Body nice and tall. Only thing that's moving is the leg that's coming out. Toes are facing as forward as possible on here. Really make a conscious effort to do that. Just raise your leg up. Seven and 8. Okay, switching sides. For 7 and for 8. Okay, last one in this warm up. Legs are coming back, so you're going to let your leg go back in its natural position. So it's probably going to be angled out a little bit. Body's nice and tall. Pull it back. Feel it in. Big muscle in your butt right now. And for 7 and for 8. Okay, side to side. And last one. All right, let's get started on the main set. So we're starting with the calf raises. So for these facing out, I'm going to lengthen my straps a little. I want them now about maybe 6 inches off the ground. So if you're using the countertop, off the strap variation, you're going to be at the countertops now. Find yourself either way. So let's set up on the straps, and I'll walk you through the setup either way. So you can take the straps and bring them under your arms. So you're holding from under your armpits. Handles are right there. So now, if you're on the countertop or on the straps, I want you to back up as much as you can, keeping your body straight though. I don't want any bend in the waist here. And when you're at the position where your feet are just on the ground, that's where we start the exercise. So now rolling up, keeping your body straight, onto the tips of your toes, and pushing back. So we're working strength and length right here. 10 in our calf muscles. We're doing set of 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, take your next position. We're going to take the bend a little deeper for the inverse squats. Feet are a little wider now, so I have them just outside of hip distance, but you still generally want your knees facing forward, keeping the weight on the balls of your feet. Bend and accelerate a bit for 10. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. All right, going to the rollouts next. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten my straps back up now for the rest of the first set. Grab your weights. If you're using weights, we're going to go for the rollouts on the straps, the press backs with the weights. So on the straps, hands straight out in front of you. Your body is angled. The more angled you are, the more body weight you're carrying. So find your position. You want your hands to start out at about shoulder height, and that's it. The range starts at shoulder height, goes up to your ears. If you're going down, you're just stalling for time. You're not doing anything down here. So you're just starting over here, pushing against the straps, and come out. If you feel like you could go further in your angle, then I want you to step back and carry more weight. If you're going to a place where this is about as far as you can go, then you're probably too deep. So step forward. Find your spot where you're getting a good range up to your ears max, but you don't want to stress your shoulders. We've got 5 to go. And for 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, let's go to our triceps. And if you're on the weights, you probably want to grab a heavier weight now for your tricep kickbacks here. So on the straps, handles together, and bending at the elbows, pushing back. Keeping your body, again, really on this one, I want you to focus on a super tall body position here, not letting your body position change at all other than as it rocks forward when you're bending your elbows. Keep your elbows in nice and tight here too. They're staying within your shoulder width. You don't want to let them start sticking out to the side. Otherwise, you'll take the work away from the triceps. Okay, and I think we're at 2 to go. So that's how many more I will do. And last one. Okay, going over to obliques. So off the straps, your hand is on the countertop on the straps. Your hands are on these bottom handles. You're going to take your knuckles, put them right on the center of your head. Just take a peek. Make sure that you're straight out from your anchor point. And feet together, or you can have one in front of the other, whichever your preference. If you feel really advanced, you can go on one leg if you prefer. So I'm going to keep my feet together here, knuckles on my head, dropping in. And like all these upper body exercises, if you want to make it more challenging, walk your feet in towards the anchor so your body's at a greater angle. You're going to carry more of your body weight. And drop yourself down as deep as you can. And we're working on length and strength. And for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. Set yourself up, take your peak again, make sure that you're straight out from your anchor. Drop down on this side. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going into the back extensions. For those of you using your weights, go ahead, grab them now. You're doing the straight leg deadlift. 2-leg deadlift, arms are up on this one. Let me just adjust this camera a little bit here. And I'm going to give you, if you're on the straps, I'm going to give you an alternate variation. If this feels, for some people, this having arms up over your head just confuses matters. So if you want, instead of starting with your arms up over your head, you can start with them in front of you. So if you do this either way, you're going to come down into that V position nice and deep. So this stays the same right here. I'm up on my heels and pushing into the floor, and when I come up, I'm driving up. I have a harder time. Personally, that's less comfortable for me. I like my hands up over here. But either way, coming down into a deep pike, coming in, pushing with your hips, body tall. If you find your feet are sloping, just adjust. Depending on the shoes and your floor. And the more angled, if you start a little angled, you're going to tend to slide forward too. So just make those adjustments each time in between each one if you feel that you've slipped, your position has slipped. And we've got 4 to go. 3, and 2, and last one. All right, let's take it to your legs. So off the straps, grab your countertop. We're starting out with the regular squats. So on the straps, you've got your arms bent at about that 90-degree angle. My feet are straight down. I'm standing tall to start with. Core engaged, toes facing forward, feet are just right around hip width apart. And think about now someone pushing you down on the head and you're sitting straight down. Upper body perpendicular to the ground. Setup of the upper body should be basically the same as it is when you're standing tall, but now you're seated, forming a dining room chair with your body. Taking great effort not to lean forward into it, so everything is roughly to 90 degrees. I'm bending down, coming down a little deeper than 90. You don't need to, you can stop right here. So arms are to let you get in the position you want, but try to use your hands as little as possible. Bring yourself up. Movement comes from your hamstrings and glutes as you come up. And we'll do 2 more, especially on this first set. My counting might be a little off as I'm talking to you, so hopefully I won't be off more than 1. Okay, take it to a wide squat. Toes are out 45 degrees. I'm at about double hip width apart. And now pushing straight down, pushing your knees as you go down, pushing your knees out to the side. That's for 7, 8, to our body. If you're using weights, grab them now. We're starting with mid row, and we'll go to the high row. So all rows, hands start right here in your armpits, mid rows. Elbows are out to the side a little bit, so they're off your body, not super tight. Bring them out a little bit. Feet, natural position, starting position is feet under your hips. If you bring them closer together, you're going to add some instability, a little more work with your core to keep that position. If you take them wide, you take away stability. I don't want that, if possible. So I want you to either be hip width apart or toes or feet a little closer together than hip width apart. Standing nice and tall, and we're going to drop down for the row. When you come up here, adjust. If it feels a little too easy, walk in. If it feels too hard, step back. If it feels just right, then don't move at all. For 3, 4, 5, controlled fall back, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, reset. Next one is the high row. So this is the row that's probably most challenging to people to get in position. So set up, hands, shoulders, elbows are all at the same height. That's the goal. Wrists are neutral, my palms are facing down. And let yourself drop down. Come up, adjust your angle if you feel like you need to. And we've got 9 more here. Keep your body nice and tall and really think about your hands. Are they hitting right at that shoulder height when you come back? Are your elbows staying up? As people get tired, something tends to happen here. Elbows drop or hands go high. So really think about that position, trying to maintain it. You can always step back, carry a little less body weight. Working more in the shoulders and upper back on this variation of the row. And we'll go 2 more. And last one. Okay, going back to the legs. Split squat or set lunge. Got my right leg forward, left foot nice and reached far back. And light grip with my hands, elbows at a 90-degree bend. Dropping down, front knees over your front ankle, back leg is open. Make sure that that's where you are. You don't want to be in like this. You'll kill your knees and not get what you want out of it. So nice long stretch in the back. And I'm on the ball of my foot. A lot of times I see people trying to get this by putting that foot down. You'll never get deep enough that way. So like this, here's your setup here, okay? And then from there, drop it down. Two to go. And last one. Okay, let's switch sides. Right leg back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, 2 more arms and we're done with the first set. Next one is the palm up tight row. So I'm starting with my hands nice and tight to my body. Elbows in, shoulder blades back. And drop it down here. Bring it up. Adjust your angle if you need to. 9 more. Keeping your elbows in nice and tight. Body straight. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last exercise in the set, bicep curls. And here, your ending position is up here. Elbows are within your shoulder height. My hands are a few, maybe 2 inches apart from each other. I'm up at my my hairline, and drop it down. Only movement is a bend in the elbow. So this one will tend not to be as deep. You're using less muscles, but adjust yourself to your right position. Really focus on keeping a tall body position on this one. Tendency of a lot of people is to start arching their spine on this activity. That's the same thing if you're grabbing weights. If you go too hard on your weights, then usually the body position starts dragging. With the weights, you see it more that people start using a lot of momentum and aren't holding their core stable. So you want to be nice and stable through your core either way. And go 3 more. 2, and for 1. All right, that's round 1 done. Go ahead, grab some water, and meet me back in about 30 seconds, and we'll get going for round 2. Okay, so for round 2, if you're on the straps, go ahead, lengthen them back down again so that you're facing out. So the reason for the longer straps in this position when you're facing out is just to give your body enough room. So if you're too short on the straps, you just can't. For the calf raises, not so important. For the inverse squats, you won't be able to get into the right position if the straps are too short. On the reverse side, on the opposite direction, you can keep your straps longer. The longer the straps, the harder it is on your exercise. So because there's just a little more wobbliness from the straps when they're longer. So I like to shorten them up so there's just not quite as much wiggle room, but that's really your call. If you'd rather not play with them, you can just keep them long all the time. Okay, so let's drop it down. Your heels are just on the ground in the straight position, and we're going to go through these sets a little quicker now, but still controlled. So the movement, TRX, is never rushed. Even if you're going quick, it's quick but controlled. And for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, walk it back. Body is now at about a 45-degree angle. I'm on the balls of my feet, about just over hip width apart, and drop it down for the inverse squats. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shorten up your straps about 6 inches shorter. We're going into the rollouts or off the straps, the press backs. Hands are straight out in front of you. Body is at the angle that you want for your body weight here. Toes facing forward, pushing against the straps, extending out for 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And going into the tricep position, hands are together now, elbows in. Grab your heavier weights if you're using your weights. And now bending at the elbows. Bring yourself forward, keeping your body nice and tall. If you do find yourself bending at the waist, first thing is try to really focus on not doing that and having it be a rocking motion from your ankles. If you're unable to hold your body tall, step it forward a little, carry less body weight. And 2 to go. And last one. Okay, let's take it over the side for obliques. So knuckles in the center of your head. And set yourself up, keeping the knuckles right where they are. Drop it down. If you let your arms move with you, you'll probably get more motion, but you will also end up using your arms to pull you up instead of your core. So other than that, if you're trying to go for a better stretch, letting your arms move is good, but for what we're trying to do here, which is strengthen through your obliques, you want to keep your knuckles straight on your head. Keep the focus on the obliques. Last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. Knuckles centered on your head. Check your angle and drop it down on this side. And for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going into the back extensions or the deadlifts. Set up, arms straight over my head. And drop it down into the pike, down at your feet, body stretch, driving with your heels, pushing up, driving up with your hips to come to standing. Try not to use your arms. Let's do 4 more. Two, and 1. Okay, lower body. Regular squats are next. So holding the handles for the countertop. Nice light grip here. Feet are hip width apart on this one, and taking your seat down. And feel like someone's pushing your head down. If I had a book on my head, could I keep it where it was without falling on the floor? Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's take it wide. Toes pointing out 45 degrees, body nice and tall. Squat it down. Stretching the knees out as you squat down. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, going to your arms, we're going to start with the mid rows. So these ones, elbows are pointed out a little bit, body nice and tall, and drop it down for 10. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, next one is the high row. Hands, elbows, shoulders, all at the same height, body tall, and drop it down from here. Adjust your lean as you need to. Rocking from the ankles. Finish off by pulling your shoulder blades together. Do a quick form check every time you come up. Are your hands, shoulders, and elbows around the same height? If they're not, make your adjustments. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, into the set lunge. So go back, grab your countertop, or have the handles right here on the straps. Start out with 90 degrees in your elbow bend. Back leg is nice and tall back behind you. Nice long stance, and dropping it straight down for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, switch sides. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, and I think I did forget this on the first round, so my apologies for that. We're going into a side-to-side lunge. So feet are double shoulder width apart, toes facing forward, and going over to one side. Keeping your body as tall as you can on this one. Letting your arms lengthen out as you come down. You want your knee lined up with your toes. If your knee comes down inside of your toes now, to the body side of your toes, then shorten the stance. Make it not quite so wide. If the knee's coming past your feet, then lengthen up your stance. It's for 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, switching sides. So I'm lunging to the left. I want to make sure my right leg stays straight. My left toes stay facing forward. So do quick form checks every now and again and adjust. Last 3, 2, and last 1. Okay, back to your arms, palm up, tight row. Elbows tight to your chest, palms are facing up, Hands are right there in your armpits, as they always are on the rows here. Nice and tall with the body. Drop it down and bring it up. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bicep curls. Finishing position, standing tall. Hands are at your hairline. And drop down here. Really be careful, my upper arms aren't moving at all. All right, so a lot of people will drop them down and curl a little lower down. You're making it easier on yourself if you do that. Really feel the biceps burn, and also because we have been working with triceps, your triceps have gotten fatigued too, so you're going to feel them in this one as well. Keep your elbows in. And for 3, 2, and for 1. All right, round number 2 done. Grab some water, come back in 30 seconds, lengthen out your straps while you're gone. One final set. Arms are starting to feel it now. So that's good, working them. Okay, last set. Calf raises. Straps under your arms are holding onto the counter. Make sure they're coming out from under your armpits on the straps. Body tall. So first is this. Make sure your position is set up here, that you're standing tall. And walk your feet back, keeping your upper body where it is. With your body still tall, but now angled, your heels are just on the ground. So wherever that is, wherever you feel like you're getting the stretch, from there, rock it up to the balls of your feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, take it back. Widen your stance out just a little bit. Body is more at an angle. Staying on the balls of your feet. Keep the weight on the balls of your feet so that all momentum is forward. You drop your heels, you'll end up in the wall behind you sooner or later. So keep the weight forward. Accelerate out right there. And for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's shorten the straps or grab your weights and go into rollouts or press backs. Handles are shoulder height apart. By now, hopefully you have a sense of where your body angle should be on these. My hands are just an inch or 2 apart, just where I want to keep my arms straight out in front of me. Press down, come no deeper than your ears. Making the adjustments you need to. Should feel like someone's pulling you really tall right now. On this one, feeling in your shoulders, upper arms, shoulder muscles. If you're feeling any pain in your actual mobility of your shoulder, and then back in the range, don't go quite as deep. You should also feel this in your core to hold the position as you come down. And for 3, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, going for triceps. And we'll start together on this one. Keep your elbows in within shoulder height. Bending at the elbows, rocking from the ankles. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Okay, turning around, back extensions or deadlifts. Arms straight over your head, standing tall. Coming into a deep pike position. Weight on your heels, toes are up. Drive forward, push with your hips. And 4 to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, as I'm doing those, I realized I forgot the obliques, so no big deal. Let's come back and do those now. So holding the lower part of your handles or angled on the countertop. And drive it down for 10. And for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's flip around, face opposite direction. Set your knuckles, make sure you're straight out from the anchor. 10 on this side. And last 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get to the lower body now. Regular squats. So grabbing the handles again, or grabbing the countertop, feet hip width apart, 90-degree bend in the arms, and push straight down. Remember that book on the top of your head. Try to keep it level. If you're leaning into it, your book's going to fall in front of you. So try to keep it on there. Okay, 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, let's take it wide. Wide squat, toes pointing out 45 degrees. Nice and tall through your body. Pushing down. Push the knees out to the side as you come down, really opening through your groin muscles. That's for 8, 9, and 10. Okay, into the arms mid-row. Elbows out a little bit, body nice and tall. And from here, roll it back, roll up, adjust. As you get tired, I really want you to think about going nice and slow on the return. Don't let yourself drop. If you find that there isn't tension on the straps, you're doing something wrong. You're swinging, you're adding momentum, you're dropping too quick. So keep it controlled. And for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go into the high row. Hands, elbows, shoulders, all at the same height. And drop it down. Shoulder blades together. I feel it now in my upper back. In a good way. Two to go. And 10. Okay, going into the lunge. One leg reaching back, nice and tall with your body. Drop it down for 10. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and for 1. Okay, switching sides. Leg back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yeah, let's take it to the side lunge. Legs are double hip width apart, toes facing forward. Keeping the upper body as tall as you can. Rock it to one side. And 2 to go. And for 10. Okay, switching sides. And on this side. You can now meet your toes. Make sure they're facing forward. The leg that's not bending, that you're not bending into, is straight at all times. When we advance this into the step movement, knowing this movement pattern and how straight that leg is going to help you there. Okay, 2 to go. Okay, last one. Okay, final 2 arms, and we'll go into the cool down. Palm up, tight row. Okay, elbows in nice and tight, shoulder blades together, body tall. Dropping it down. Adjust your angle if you need to. It's for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, bicep curls, starting up high. Hands at your hairline, keeping the upper arms nice and tall. Drop down, straighten your arms out, come up, bend your elbows, but keep the upper arms where it is. Body rocking from your ankles. Back is straight. Go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do a quick cool down. So on the straps, I'm going to lengthen the straps. So off the straps, you can just do the same motion, but without the straps in front of you. And we're going to do walkout. So you're just going to gently hold the handles here and walk yourself forward. 1 foot forward, pushing nice and tall straight up. Okay, let's walk it back. Same arms, 2nd foot forward. And back to your 1st foot forward, but now bring your arms out to a wide position. Other side. Okay. Bring your arms up all the way wide. Set up the upper body. Reach back with the back foot, back leg is straight. Pushing your heel down. Bent knee in front. Bring it out. Set up the upper body first. So leg forward and reach back. Nice open with the arms, back leg in, back leg is straight. Pushing your heel towards the ground. Front knee bent. Driving forward. And let's finish with some windmills. So here, with the straps, feet are wider than shoulder width, forming a star with your body. And you're going to just reach out again. Easily done without the straps here. Exhale over to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other. Really slow this down. Take it with your breath. Drive the movement from your inside. Keep on doing these until you feel like you've rested enough. If there's other stretches you want to do on your own, please do. That's week 2. Please reach out if you have any questions along the way. If you need any modifications, like before, I recommend that you do this a second time this week. And that's if you're not doing other strength training. So we will see you on Saturday for the core class. Bye for now. Have a great day. Coach Reem signing off.